Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life.
Wow, look at this crowd. Woo, boy, today is a special day here at the center, and you'll know very soon why that is. But first, we have a special birthday, Dr. Laura.
Yes,
it's not yours, but it's somebody else. Isla. It is your birthday. She is, I'm sorry, I have to say it, 99 years old. And you're, woo!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Isla. Happy birthday to you.
May we all
Right.
achieve what
I
you have
like
achieved.
these beautiful flowers are from your friends.
Your
to
friends
celebrate
gave us the ability to
And
give you
I
this.
just started crying. That just touched my heart. That's so beautiful. Anyway,
what
it
are
is
your
Lou's
words of
birthday,
it?
but she's not here today.
Yeah, Lou's
I
and
mean,
her happy birthday to Lou.
Chico.
She's not here. She usually is, but
But-
she's elsewhere. I don't know where. So what advice can you give us about living such a good, long, healthy life? We want the secret. What's the secret?
She's not telling.
She said, don't talk. That's the secret. Just don't talk.
I'm zipping it.
Yeah, zip it. You'll be good to
zipping it.
go, right?
Anyway, please go out on the patio. Just do it. Every
Good
day,
advice.
just do it. Just live your life. Oh my gosh. And we're very blessed to have little ones here today.
We have- yeah. Under a year old. That's a record here.
Wow, you're
All right. Oh my God, that is so
adorable.
adorable.
Let's not terrify the little
Yeah.
one, okay?
That is so cool.
That is so cool.
Welcome.
So please, everybody, join us on the patio after service. We have some cupcakes to celebrate your birthday.
You bought a lot of cupcakes.
I bought a lot.
You bought
yeah,
a lot. So
we got
everybody
a lot.
go
Everybody,
out and have a
there's tons
cupcake.
of them out there.
Yeah.
So make sure you, even if you're not going to eat here, grab it to go. okay?
Exactly.
So,
All right. So now, who's here for the first time? Woo! Stand up.
We want to just welcome you. Don't be bashful.
We're not going to call on you to say
Right,
anything.
that's
Oh my
right,
God.
that's
Woo!
You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here.
All
Wow,
right,
how
we're so
cool.
happy you're here. Please go out on the welcome table. We have a couple of little gifts for you, a book and everything. But we're so happy that you're here. Bud will be out there. I'll be out there with you, Bud, today. And so we're just so happy that you're here. And like I always say, can you feel the energy of love in this room? That's what we're all
Yeah.
about, right? So thank you for being here.
Yeah, we're a spiritual philosophy that honors all faith traditions. We believe that spirit, God, is in every form of religion and spiritual philosophy, and so we just embrace it all here. And so there's no dogma. Like Dr. Laura said, it is all about love and kindness and just knowing the power of our mind to create the life that we want to live. So that's what we do here. We expand ourselves, our consciousness, and our ability to have our greatest life, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So the whole thing is that love that you feel in here, we want you to take that love out into the world because the world really needs it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're all about.
All right. So our service order for those of our regulars, it's going to be a little bit different today because we have a guest speaker and a guest musical guest. So we're going to do things differently today and start with, we have announcements first and then meditation. So let's run the announcements and then we'll go right into our meditation and then everything will unfold from there. Here are this week's announcements for Spiritual Center of the Desert. Following service, if you'd like prayer, please go to the Om Room and a practitioner will pray for you.
We're having a special workshop today at 12:30 p.m., The Thought Exchange with David Friedman. If you're interested in attending, just show up. David will be talking more about his workshop at the end of service. Comfort Choice Hospice Care is looking for volunteers. If you're interested, please pick up a flyer in the lobby or call the office. Coming up this week at the center, on Monday at 9 a.m., it's Qigong with Lou. On Tuesday at 4 p.m., Healing Hearts meets in the Om Room. This group is facilitated by Christine Cummings, who's a practitioner at our center, and Barbara Stenning, who's a certified life coach and a member of our board of trustees. This is a group that supports you and empowers you by giving you tools to use on your journey through loss and change. On Friday at 10 a.m., it's Audrey Collier's group, Bless Your Body. She meets in Costa Hall. Next Sunday is a special day here at the center. It's Bring a Friend Sunday and Sunday Potluck. We're also having a special guest musical artist, Marie Ann Marangolo. She's from New York and she's won many awards. She's been described as a cross between Katie Lang and Barbra Streisand. You don't want to miss her. Please save the date. We won't be having sound immersion on Friday, March 8th because of our gala. However, we are offering a special sound immersion on Wednesday, March 6th at 6 p.m. We will have our normal fourth Friday sound immersion on March 22nd at 6 p.m. Our gala is getting very close and we're almost sold out of tickets. If you're interested in buying tickets, please go to our website or call the office. It's Friday, March 8th at 6 p.m. and we're celebrating our 50th year anniversary, the retirement of Dr. Joe, and the installation of Dr. Laura and Dr. Dale. Since Dr. Joe's going to be here for the gala, he'll be our guest speaker on March 10th. Is your life not as successful as you'd like it to be? Then take class with Dr. Dale and Reverend William. They begin on March 11th and it's Monday evenings from 6 to 8 p.m. It's the Principles of Successful Living. You can sign up through the website or call the office. Dr. Laura is starting a new book study on Thursday, March 14th from 2 to 4 p.m. This is an in-person gathering and it's a love offering. She will be studying The Science of Mind, the original 1926 text. And on Friday, April 19th from 7 to 9 p.m., Rainbow Alliance is putting on Neon Glow Bowling Night at Palm Springs Lanes. If you're interested in signing up, just go to the website or call the office. If you have any questions or would like more information, please call us at 760-346-4649 or visit our website at pdspiritualcenter.org. Have a great week.
All right. So now that we're calmed down a little bit from the excitement of our opening song, I invite you just to close your eyes if that feels good to you. If not, you can keep your eyes open and just enjoy this time of reflection, of opening up to the heart, to the soul, to setting aside anything that's been on your mind, just letting it go right now and allow that spaciousness of being to rise up into your conscious awareness and feel the grace and the energy of spirit that is everywhere present. And so as we take a deep breath of air in, as we exhale, just letting go, just feeling the love that surrounds us, that's within us. As we allow our bodies to relax and our minds to come to a place of calm and peace, we open up to the presence of the soul. We let it speak to us. We let it remind us of what's really important in life. What's important is love. What's important is connection. What's important is loving ourselves no matter what, and seeing just how very valuable and worthwhile we are as these individual expressions of spirit. And so as we just allow ourselves to have this inner journey of peace and quiet, just give yourself the gift of love in this room.
Diving you all to close your eyes. Take a nice, deep breath. And in this silence, feel God's love. Knowing that there is only one power, one truth, one divine mind that is always constant and always present, and that is God. God's life is my life, and I live it through my thoughts, my words, and my deeds. Every emotion that I feel carries its own line of energy. Taking off my blinders, I look at my life in a humble way. I allow my hurt feelings to surface, knowing that that is the doorway to my freedom. I take the opportunity to look at and to examine my life, all of my life experiences, knowing that Spirit provides me with great foresight. After studying and taking the examination of my own life, I know that I am ready to accept God's love and God's help to help me become the person that I really, really want to be. I know that Spirit will ease my pain and give me the strength, the courage, and the comfort to fight any challenges that may appear in my life. I know that the future is mine. I know that all of my visions will come true. I believe in the beauty of my dreams because my vision is what powers my destiny. In gratitude, I embrace these new truths, and I am grateful for the expansion of my consciousness that has helped me get to this point, and thankful for the understanding of my new beliefs. So with great love in my heart, I accept this, I thank you for it, and together we say, and so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. I awake to this holy silence. I hear all that has ever been said, and right here in this holy silence, I find God. I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. I awake to this holy silence. I hear all that's ever been said, and right here in this holy silence, I find God. I find myself. find yourself. And we find God, we find ourselves. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. One people living on one planet, joining in one family. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one.
Whew. Boy, it is so cool. I know the three of us, when we see all of you guys in unison, swaying from side to side and just singing that one people song, it is such a sacred, beautiful, heartfelt moment. That has to be my favorite part of the service every week. So boy, we really do have a full house. And it's a good thing because New York is in the house today, everybody. Yep. We've got two very special guests today. First, I'm going to introduce our guest speaker. He is Reverend Shawn, and I do not want to screw up your name because somebody sent me a text and said, this is how you pronounce it. And he said, Moninger. Moninger. What was the GRR thing you said? You said grrr. Moninger. Moninger. Okay, Reverend Shawn Moninger is in the house. He is the founding president of Unity, the Unity Church of New York. And Unity, there are sisters in New Thought. We're religious science, they're New Thought. It's all the same thing. Dr. Joe says the only difference is it's got a little Jesus in it, a little more Jesus than we. Yes, it does, and we're all good with that. We're cool with that. Yes, and Reverend Shawn has just recently retired from the pulpit. And which is wow, right? We were talking about that, and I saw the relief in your face when I said, "So how's it feel?" And you're like,
I retired from management.
"From management." Oh, I'm sorry. Always a minister. Always a minister. Yes. And you're now a comedian. Is this correct? What did you? You're still a comedian. Oh, I'm sorry. What was it? Multi-award-winning comedian. And you will know why. You will know why. After you hear his talk. I know, get your bellies ready because you're going to be laughing deeply today, and I'm excited. I need a lot of laughter, so I'm excited to hear you. So Reverend Shawn, please come up.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hello. There I am. I'm so thrilled to be here. We came here about 10 years ago. And we got here last minute. We had to sit all the way in the back. We got like the last 3 seats in the back. And I always wanted to speak here ever since then. And thanks to Richard Lutringer right there, he made a phone call this year and suggested that they invite us in. And they did. It was good advice. You don't know me yet, but I want to introduce our soloist. Come on up. Come up here. Float among the clouds. Now, how many here know who David Friedman is? Yay. Not nearly enough. But you will after today. This is how I like to introduce him. It doesn't always sound very nice. But David has touched all of you. And he has touched your children. And I mean that in the nicest ways. David orchestrated and conducted Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, A Hunchback of Notre Dame. He wrote for Aladdin 2. He's written Broadway shows. He's written off-Broadway shows. He was on the Today Show for 10 years. Do you remember Nancy Lamont? He produced all her albums and wrote a lot of her music. And so he's been around. He's done a lot of good things. Also, he's had platinum records with Diana Ross. He's written for Barry Manilow. He also says that he's written for Barbra Streisand, Bette Midler, and who's the other one? Dionne Warwick. They haven't yet sung his songs, but he's written for them. So let's welcome David Friedman. I'm going to go over here.
Thank you. So this song is very special to me. Nancy Lamont, who Shawn mentioned, was a magnificent singer, one of the great singers of American popular standards in the 20th century. And she was sort of my muse. I produced 9 CDs for her. Most of my most well-known songs were written for her. And Nancy died in 1995 at the age of 43. And when she passed, I was totally bereft. And I thought I'd never write again. And everybody kept saying, "Oh, what are you going to write about Nancy?" And I said, nothing's coming to me. And one day, I was walking down the street, and this song came to me so full-blown that I had to run into a stationery store and write it down. And given how I felt at the time, how angry I was, how sad I was, there's no way I could have written this song. And this was, I feel like Nancy gave it to me. And this was when I really understood. I've written hundreds and hundreds of songs, but I don't write them, that they write me. And that I have no idea how to write a song. I have an idea how to open to one. And so this is the song that wrote me via Nancy Lamont. And I offer it to you today for anything you might be going through. And it's called Trust the Wind. There's a voice that's softly whispering inside my head, telling me I'm gonna be all right. It keeps saying Let yourself be led where you are led. Don't hold back. Don't put up a fight. It tells me trust the wind, breathe the air. There's a place you're meant to be, and you're already there. Open up your heart and let life in. You know that you can always trust the wind. When the world starts doing things that I don't understand, and I search my soul to find a reason why. In the dark of night I feel somebody take my hand and tell me you don't even have to try, for you can trust the wind, breathe the air, and know that there are helping hands around you everywhere. Open up your heart and let life in. You know that you can always trust the wind. Dreams have wings, thoughts take flight. All good things are streaming toward us every day. They hear our prayers, they know the way. I'm gonna trust the wind, breathe the air. Let it take me on its wings and carry me somewhere. I'll open up my heart and let life in. I know wherever breezes blow, wherever winding rivers flow, I'm going where I need to go. I can trust the wind.
He's good, isn't he? He said, do this professionally. We're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to do this in Pig Latin. I hope that won't be a problem for the signing down there. Hey, who here was raised in a CSL church? How many here? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm going to tell you a story about a man who was thrown on a desert island for many years. His boat capsized and he made it onto this deserted island. And he was there for a very, very long time. And one day a boat came along, and it was a rescue boat, and they said, there's a person there. And so they came up. Now what was amazing is this man had built up the island while he was there. There was a dock. The boat could actually dock. And they came up and said, what's going on here? It's beautiful. There's huts going, beautiful thatched huts and things and stuff. And they said, where did all this come from? And he said, well, I built it. I've been here a long time, many years. And so I had nothing better to do than to build and construct. And they said, but those 3 buildings up on the hill there, where'd they come from? He said, I built them. They said, you built this? Yes, I built them. And then he said, what are they? And he said, well, the middle one, that's my house. They said, it's beautiful. And he said, I know. And then they said, the one on the left, what's that? He said, that's my church. You built a church for yourself? Yes. And what about the other one up on the right? He said, oh, that's the church I used to go to. And there you have it. Today's talk is called Here I Am. How about that? David has a friend who likes to go to Las Vegas, and she goes up to the counter and she says, here I am. What do you got for me? What do you want to give me? And I like to think of that when I go into prayer. Here I am. What are you going to give me? What do you got for me today? And it's not, oh, please give me. You go into prayer with great expectation. True humility is expecting God's best. Those of you in 12-step recovery, you'll see that 7-step prayer. It says, humbly asked to have our shortcomings removed. Well, and somebody said, what does that humbly mean? I said, it means expect. Expect God's best. Why go into prayer if you don't expect the best? I was at an interfaith ordination several years ago, and all of the different ministers and teachers and things, they all got to say a little prayer. And there was one woman who was quite infirm in her legs, and her prayer was, she finished it with, "And God, if you could make my legs just a little bit better." And I thought, there's not an ounce of humility in that. Why are you taking all this time to pray for a little when the whole healing is possible? In the realm of possibility, why not expect a great big healing? Charles Fillmore, co-founder of the Unity Movement, said, God can give much as easily as God can give a little. Let's just start expecting much. Let's get on that much thing. And it's not about, oh, how much can I get? It's about realizing how much I have, that I can reach into the invisible and pull something great out. And, oh, that path to getting to that great sometimes can be uncomfortable. Anybody? You know, the path to the realization of oneness is usually not a comfortable one. It's like, oh, ow, 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 ow. And so to look at that and say, it's one of my favorite things to do. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, look, I can walk on fire and not get burned. It's a truly holy moment when you flick the switch to turn on a candle. Expecting much. It took me a long time because I was taught it's arrogant to expect a lot. That's where I grew up. You can't expect God to give you a lot. Well, why not? When I got old enough, I began to look at God differently. And I was taught good orderly direction when I got old enough. And I loved that as a path of God. Not to God, but of God. Good orderly direction. One foot in front of the other. One thought in front of the other. One word in front of the other, or following the other, you know what I mean. And so to look at that, and I like this God, because this is practical. In my great expectations for the day, I can, get up. I can wake up. Anybody? Did you already wake up today?
Yeah.
Everybody, you did what you did before you got here, which is good, and then you got in the car or whatever, and then you came here. That's all good, orderly direction. We take it for granted, but really we shouldn't. There's no good reason to take it for granted. Celebrate each part. One of my favorite things to do each morning is I look in the mirror and I say, "Hi, God." It's that simple. Because you know why? In Hi, God, there's no criticism. No criticism of which side of the... There's no bedhead for me, but you know what I mean. My skull is flattened. There's no criticism. There's no condemnation for weight. There's no condemnation for baldness. There's no condemnation for being me. When I look in the mirror and I say, "Hi, God," I have to smile. I just have to smile because, "Hi, God." No, I'm not going to do that. No, because God's not a human being. It's an acknowledgement of a power and a presence in and through and around me. And my day starts easier. And then I brush my teeth. Now I shower and I do everything I need to do there to get out of the house or to stay in and work or do whatever. You know what I mean? But good, orderly direction, expecting the best. Now, on the way to the best can be brutal. As David has said, on my way to becoming a millionaire, I lost all my money. And it happens. And then suddenly you see your money. If you lose it, was it yours? You know, if somebody could take it, was it yours? And yet we spend so much of our lives terrified that our good is somehow going to be ripped out from under us. And it's a tough one. I don't want to spend my life worried that my good is about to disappear. It's why I make a better driver than I do a passenger. He doesn't love it. I'm hanging on to that thing, that handle above the window. When he drives it, he's a fine driver, but I'm not a fine passenger. I've got this power of imagination that I misuse when I'm the passenger, and I don't want to do that. So, when I was a little boy, well, if you came from my family, and probably many of you did, there was a lot of worry. There was not nearly enough being present in the presence, but there was a lot being in the dangers of the future. And so that's what I was taught, and it didn't make sense. And I had to work hard not to agree with those people. They weren't bad people, but they were my family. And the truth is, well, they did the best they could. Not my favorite statement, because their best was awful. But I had to, as an adult, say, you know what? That's their journey. I don't have to have that be my journey. And so through my teen years and into my 20s and past, and I kept looking at things, and I did a lot of damage. Nobody ever hurt me as much as I hurt myself. And then, and I just said this at church yesterday, I learned how to become grateful for who I am now, and to realize I couldn't be this without that. And this was good. This still is good. This is very good. Please, I've doubled this good. And I'm not here to fat shame. But it's hard on the knees. I will tell you that. But this is good. And this is good because of the way I think now. Sometimes, most of the time. But look at but if that had been one bit different, this would be different. And so I didn't want to regret that different. Or that. I didn't want to wish that we're different anymore. And isn't that really what forgiveness is no longer wishing that hadn't happened. Once I'm out of regret, once I'm out of wishing that hadn't happened, then I'm free. I'm free, and today I'm free to know I am loved today. I am loved all around me. As God is for me, nothing could be against me. And that's how I seek to live a lot of my life in the days I remember. Hi, God. The other days. And so, but I look at that. I think, God is for me. And I remember my mother and I, we had a tumultuous relationship through my teen years and her early menopausal years. And she was confused as a mother. Like I said, their best was awful. But I didn't want to hate my mother. I wanted to love my mother. So I worked at that. I decided as I prayed, show me how to love my mother. And I did. And she became a better mother to me in later years. And I remember Christmas of 1999, I was home. No, 93. I was home. Was it 93? What year was it? It was 97. Told you. So 1997, I went home for Christmas and saw my mother and everything. And I remember seeing my mother on Christmas Eve, thinking, boy, she's due for a big change. I wonder what it is. So I was excited for her, and then I came back to New York. While I was home, that's the point of this. I decided to make my amends, as it were, to my mother. And amends means to rethink. That's what it means, to rethink the whole situation. And so I told my mother, she started to apologize again for the childhood and stuff. And I didn't want her to have to keep doing that. So I said, Mother, look at me. Look at who I am. Look at this. It's wonderful. And I said, you don't have to apologize ever again, because I couldn't be this without that. And I saw a certain amount of relief on her face. And as she died 3 weeks later, 64 years old, she laid down, took a nap, and left. I know. I say my amends killed my mother is what I say now. And she was ready. She was done, clearly. Or she wouldn't have left. That's how I see that. It's her business. I wouldn't bring her back, but I would like to call her on the phone. But I began to see. And so when I went home to see my mother in the casket, and I begged for an open casket because I wanted that. She had been dead for 3 days before we found her. And there was my mother in the casket. I thought, holy smokes, my mother's dead. This is just too much for me to understand. This is too much to take in. And like a lightning bolt went off in my head, and I thought, that's what God is. Just too much to understand. Too much to define. Too much to put in a box. And I've never tried to figure God out since then. What I accept God as is omnipresence, omniscience, omnipotence. Power, presence, intelligence itself. And so to practice God that way with my good, orderly direction, I can see things differently than they used to be. I can perceive things in a whole new light. And my way I do it is I say, Spirit, tell me what to think about this. Because when I start to fret, my day doesn't go as well as I would like it to. Now, I was about to say when you read your Bible, but that's really laughable, isn't it? I will read this for you. I didn't bring my own Bible with me. I forgot. And so I asked to borrow one from somebody who said, Shawn, please be gentle with this Bible because we read it every day in my family and I want to take care of it. And I said, okay, I'll be nice. This came out of your nightstand. Well, it comes from Luke, Luke 12, and it says, do not worry, that passage. So I'm going to read that passage from this book, the Holy Spirit's interpretation of the New Testament. I don't know if you know this book. It's my favorite, and it's written to me like through the mind of Spirit, and it speaks directly to me, and it goes Matthew through Revelation. I'm not selling them, but it's my favorite book. And this passage from Luke says, do not worry about your progress on this path. This path that you travel to healing. To be on the path and aware of the path and thinking of the path is enough. Let me tell you a secret that will make your journey along this path simpler and more joyful. The secret is this. As you travel this path, you will only have 2 experiences. It may seem like many, but in truth, it is only 2. One experience will speed you along your journey in joy. The other will delay your journey a little while. The secret to a simple and joyful journey is to learn to discern between the 2 experiences and then always choose the joyful one. Which one?
Joyful one.
There you go. You're paying attention. Thank you. I've spoken to you of both experiences before. So this is but a reminder for you, Spirit says. The only 2 experiences that you will know as we travel this path together are the experience of your willingness and the experience of your resistance. 2. 1, 2. Willingness, resistance. Everything that you think you experience is either one or the other. Simplify Spirit. It makes my day easier. So do not worry about your progress on this path. Sorry. And there we go. I choose joy. Do not worry for your own thoughts or actions, for worry and judgment do not bring joy, so they cannot be willingness. Pay attention to that. My worry doesn't bring me joy, so my worry is not willingness. Fantastic. Discern carefully, my friend. Recognize the thought within your mind, and at every opportunity, choose the strength of your willingness. Seek only for the kingdom, and all things will be given you. Where your heart is, your treasure is also. It will be helpful if you remember this. God's will is that you be perfectly happy in every moment of eternity. Now, David Friedman here has created something called the Thought Exchange. He's written books about it, and he's doing a workshop on it this afternoon. I want him to come up here and explain, because this has to do with shifting your thinking so that you can choose for joy rather than resistance.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we are New Thought. We all know that thinking positively creates a positive experience, positive results, positive choices, and even positive ways in which the universe shows up. And so we say, think positive, take on a positive thought, don't be negative. And I took over a group called the Artist Support Group in New York, at Unity of New York, about 20 years ago. And I went in to see what they were doing, and they were thinking positive thoughts. But I noticed, and I think you will agree, if we know that positive thoughts create positive results, how come so many of us so often have trouble holding on to those positive thoughts? How come we think a positive thought, and in 10 seconds, or in 2 minutes, or in 2 days, they're not there? We make a New Year's resolution, and then, it goes out. So I began to think, we're not lazy, we're not stupid, we're spiritual seekers. There must be a good reason why this is so challenging. And what I discovered in my workshops and study is that if a positive thought has somehow been associated with trauma in the past, for instance, if you said, I can do this, and someone slapped you across the face and said, no, you can't, we very quickly associate that positive thought with physical discomfort, and we run to what I don't call a negative thought. I call it a protective thought, to protect us against this. So what we have to do to stay with a positive thought is feel the discomfort that comes with it and not run from it. And so it's confusing, because someone says, think positive, and we think positive, and then we're totally uncomfortable. We think we must be doing something wrong. So in this workshop, we work on how to notice things that you would like to be different in your life. Notice what you're thinking, because the world is, we don't live out in the world. I can't even prove that you people are here. I know that I experience you because you're in here. So we look at the world, we think, what am I thinking? What would I like to think? And then we notice how uncomfortable it is when we think that, and we work on being able to be with that discomfort. So I teach the technology, then people share. No one has to share. You get as much out of it whether you share or not. But it really, every time I do it, I just am so moved by how much people share and the gigantic shifts that happen in people. I'm a person who has achieved quite a lot, and I'm one of the most physically uncomfortable people you'd ever like to meet. And I am able to do things because I'm able to be uncomfortable. So join me this afternoon, and we will work through, whatever you want to work through. And it's very safe, and it's very joyful, and I'll see you at the Thought Exchange.
So, willingness or resistance. Pay attention as you go through your day and you decide, do I have any dreams left? Is there anything I would like to experience? She said that I am a stand-up comic. I wanted to be on stage my whole life, but I was afraid. Now, not everybody has to want to be on stage, but everybody wants to show up and experience something. I wanted to know what it was like. And so in my 50s, or actually in my 40s, I thought, I'm going to try stand-up comedy. And I put a seven-minute set together. I ended up doing 30 appearances my first year. A few years later, I thought, I want to do my one-man show. I'd never done it. And I said, now's the time. And I called, a club booked me. I sold out for 10 months in New York, and I won a few awards. I did it in spite of being afraid. I said, I'm allowed to do it. My show was called Because I Can. A few years ago, before I met him, I would have told you I can't sing. Oh, no, I can't sing. And one day I was in his apartment, and he was playing his song. I think it was Don't Give Up the Ship. Help Us on the Way. He won't be doing that selection today. But I was play singing. And he said, oh, that sounds nice. Hear that note. Send it across the room. So I did. And he said, oh, you can sing. I said, really? I didn't know. And so I was in a songwriting workshop of his at a retreat. And I wrote a song. I think you guys were there. It's called Big Honkin' Love Song. And it was, I'm not going to do that today either. And the next year, I was going to write a serious song at his. And I did. I wrote an opus called The Cookie Song, which it's online. You can find it if you want. I'm not going to do that today. And then I said,
It was Bring Me the Cookies I Need.
Yeah, bring me the cookies I need. And then I thought, I want to sing a David Friedman song. Now, again, singing does not make you more special. But if it's something you want to do, it empowers you. There is something so wonderful at getting up in life, whether it's in front of an audience, whether it's behind a typewriter, whether it's in a store, whether it's anything, or something you want to do, and you've been afraid to do it, and you do it anyway. You find the support system you need. And I say this because clearly none of us are getting any younger. Even these little ones here, they're not getting any younger. It's time to apply for college. What are your extracurricular activities? But I didn't want to get older wishing I had tried something. And think, I never tried it, doggone it. And so guys, here I am. What do you got for me? Let that in your prayer. And what Spirit has got for you is divine ideas. Get your team together and see about manifesting them. I'm going to sing a song of David Friedman's right now. And it's a lot of people's favorite song. It's mine. And here we go. Let me wet the gift here first. Thank you. Here we go. Thanks for having us. I never thought that there could be a love like yours and mine. I never dreamed that I would see the day that I would find a love that feels so right. But here we are tonight, and now the only thing we really need is time. We live on borrowed time. No one can be sure when the loan will finally come due. But I'm loving all of mine. I know what time is for. I borrowed it so I could spend it all right here with you. There was a time when I believed that life held guarantees. There was a time when I was sure my future was secure. But life had other plans. The future's in God's hands, and knowing that has let me live and love you more. We live on borrowed time. Yesterday is past. Tomorrow seems a million miles away. But I promise you that I'm gonna make love last by living every moment, every hour, every day. Now we may have a year and we may have a lifetime, the future will allow. But you and I are here, and this time is the right time. 'Cause one thing that I know is that we have each other now. And now we live on borrowed time. Let's celebrate and sing as we walk bravely into the unknown. 'Cause we're gonna be just fine, whatever life may bring. We'll face it all together, and we'll never be alone. We may not have forever, but our time will be our own. See you in church.
Wow, what a special treat. Thank you, you two, for gracing us with your humor and your talent. Weren't they great? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'd like to ask the ushers to come forward. And this is the part of our service called the offertory. And to me, this is just about gratitude. It's about the law of circulation, giving and receiving. And we teach that we give where we are spiritually nourished. And boy, were we nourished today or what? Big time. Thank you, you guys. And we appreciate your donations that you give to the center. As you can see, we are growing, people. We are growing, and we're so grateful we are. And so whatever you can give to us today, that allows us to have great people here at the center, new friends, and our wonderful music team, and all the people who provide us with greater and more spiritual nourishment so that we can remember that we are divine and we do deserve to have much, much more than we give ourselves credit for receiving. So let's open that door wide and hold our offering on our chests as we say this prayer together. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, bears heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lovely day, 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 a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be, sing it, a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day.
forgot where I was. All right, let us bless this money before it goes into the community and into the world to bless everybody at Contact. So say this with me, please. We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you for all that you gave to us today, and energetically and monetarily. Just a reminder, the workshop begins at 12:30, so just come back, go get a bite to eat, come back, and I know I can't wait to experience your workshop. When we got connected and I saw who you were, I bought your book years ago, and I was so excited because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to meet the author. So it's going to be transformative, so please join us. It's going to be great. And I think that's all I wanted to say. We've got books, merchandise, we got merch. We got David is graciously selling all of his books for only $10, you guys. So there's a table right outside of the sanctuary door. You'll sign some, I would assume, as well. So buy his books. He brought a whole suitcase full, and he doesn't want to bring them home with him. So buy. Yeah, I'm going to buy one too. If you could say the kindness book for me, that'd be great. All right, so I want to say big thank you to all of you here in the room, all of you online. Thank you for joining us in just being in this luscious, wonderful, loving environment where we are radiating this love out into the world, because that's how easy it is to change humanity. Just be the love, give the love, and just allow yourself to relax into this stream of possibility, of creating something better for ourselves and everybody. I want to thank the guys in the back, Ryan and Barry and Stephanie in the way, way, way back, our amazing band. Woo! Our amazing band, and most importantly, Reverend Shawn and David for blessing us with a great, great message today. Thank you. And Dr. Laura and Reverend William, the practitioners and the ministers who hold this place up in love and pray for you every single day. Bless those beings, because they are so here for you. They are the foundation of this center, and we so love them and appreciate them. And also, of course, Elizabeth, who runs the whole dang show. So bless her and what she does here. And so I believe we are ready to pray and get on with our day. So if you'll join me and close your eyes if that feels right to you. If not, that's okay. Let us just know that in this moment, something wonderful is happening deep within us, because something got liberated, something that we've been holding back, something that we've been saying, I'm not sure. Now we're sure. Today we've been given permission to live who we are from the inside out, bringing forward our gifts, our talents, our joy, our energy, that which is uniquely us. Today is the day that we set it free and express it. And so I know that whatever is unfolding in our lives, we know that as we put prayer on it, as we put our heart into it, we are bringing something wonderful to the surface that allows us to be better, to do better, to live our greatest reality, knowing that spirit never holds back. And so we open up our minds to not resist the good, to let the good in strongly and powerfully, knowing it is the essence of life to give and give abundantly. So we say yes to receiving and receiving abundantly. And so I am knowing an amazing day for everybody, because something changed for the better. And now we can see clearly the path, the good, and everything that is on our heart to experience and live into that brings joy to the soul. And so I know a fantastic week for everybody as we're just seeing so much newness come forth and embracing the possibility to be in this incredible time with love in our hearts. And so with gratitude for all that is unfolding in this moment, I release my word now as law, knowing everything is unfolding through divine right action and order and through grace and ease. And so I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. As I let go, I let it be, as we say together, and so it is. Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy.
Come on, Brenda. Come on, Brenda.
When you wish upon a star, the dreams will take you very far, yeah. And when you wish
strong.
Yeah.
Born a man, a child of the sun. Saw my work has just begun. I found I had to stand alone.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, now I've got my own. So don't shut yourself in need. Why don't you listen to these words of He? Be a giant or a grain of sand. Words of wisdom, yes, I can. You're a shining star,
No matter who you are,
shining bright to see what you could truly be. You're a shining star,
no matter who you are,
shining bright to see what you could truly be. What you could truly be. Shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see what you could truly be. What you could truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.